All right, let's do this thing. My name is Benjamin Rader, and this is the word game. Set for word game here. And basically, the task of this it's sort of like Scrabble in a sense, and you play a computer also. Kind of our take on the Scrabble. So yeah, let's go and hop into it. We got our dictionary up here. Actually, well, that was given to us. Um, the little words that was given to us. So this is a frequency dictionary, but it's still important that we understand what's going on here. And I had a pretty good knowledge with dictionaries beforehand, anyways, but I had never really put it to the use. So this program really tested my knowledge there, and it was a lot of fun to complete there. So yeah, get word score. I believe this was the first thing we had to. Yeah, no, it was. I had actually completed this a little bit before you moved the due date back, like just before spring break started really, so it's been a little bit since I've actually reviewed it here. But yeah, so this right here should be the first. Yeah, problem one swing word. Yeah, this is the first one. So um we set we initialized our score to 0, and we have a for loop that just checks for in the word that we get. So we're gonna do score equals score plus the Scrabble letter values dictionary up here, right here, within the parameters of letter. And we will multiply. This is just to get the word score, and we will multiply the score times the length of the word. And we do this to because if it's the length of the word could be worth more or less. I know we got some other here too, like the words there as well. So, and then we do that, and then we're checking the word length, the length of the word. Sorry, we set equal to n, and then we go back up here. Our hand size is 7. It will always be 7. We're always going to be given 7 letters every time. So we're saying, hey, if this is equal, if the length of the word is equal to 7, then you're going to get 50 points because that's how the game works. Well, this is multi-link word, but you get the plus 50 points if all letters are used. So that's basically if you use all 7 letters, you're going to get your 50 points. Return the score. That one's pretty simple. This one I believe was also given to us. I believe display hands. Deal hand, I think that was given to us as well. And then update hand. I believe this is one we had to do here. So we set our output, we copy our hand actually, because we don't want to alternate, or we don't want to mutate more so the hand that we're given. So we want to take that from an outside perspective and put it and use it inside this function, and we're going to copy it so we can kind of mess around with it, and then we can return it down here to whatever we end up doing with it, which is right here. So we got our output, copy it. Another for loop. We've used those for loops. They're a beautiful thing. And then we do our if our letter is in the output keys. So we got our values and our keys up here from the dictionary. These right here. So let's go back down. This is a very long program. Basically just checks the output of the keys, and then it kind of just decrements every time, -1. Pretty straightforward. And we got to check if it's a valid word to begin with. This one wasn't so bad either. Once again, taking our hand that we have and copying it so we don't mutate the hand as a whole on the outside, so we can mess around with it and return it however we want. So I'm initialize the word check to false, and then I'm gonna use an if. The word is in word list. Obviously, word check will set it to true. And basically, if our lists or if our word is less than or equal to the keys, then that's basically what's going on here. Basically, if a letter in word, if letter in output the keys, that's the same thing as what happened up there. And then we check it here. So basically, these right here are to back up this little function right here. Because I originally only had this and it wasn't really working too well. I had to input some background information there. But we got our if word check. So if the word does exist within our, 83,000 words, I think, true, and a letter check. So the letters that we get equal to true, and our value check, which is how much the letters are worth, are equal to true. Return true. Basically, it'll let the program run. And if any of these false, any one of these are false, return false. So we have to go back and check it again. And might I add real quick, the test function or the test um, program here you gave us was an absolute game changer. Um, I know we're not always going to have this in the world of programming, but holy crap, it was very nice to kind of sit there and I'll code a little bit, like 1 or 2 lines, like this right here. Oh, it's not working. Let's go back and check it and see what happened. And what happened there? It's just I know we're not always going to have this, but it was a very beautiful thing, and it helped me cruise through this. Um, it really wasn't so bad. So now we're going to calculate our hand length. This one was also pretty simple. Initialize our sum to 0. We're basically just saying, hey, for the value in our hand values in the dictionary, that's at the very top there. We're going to add the sum to the value and return the sum. So not bad stuff. And was play hand given to us? Or I know I believe we had to do this. Double check. Yeah, playing a hand. Okay, gotcha. All right, so yeah, we initialize our score to 0, and we say, hey, while calculating the hand length within the hand parameters is greater than 0, we'll print current hand, empty string, and it'll stay on the same line there, and we'll display the hand. We'll kind of call we call the display hand that was up above, the method above, and we say we got our user guess. We typecast it to a string so it's able to go or able to function. I mean, and it's user input, so we have to input to enter a word or just a period to indicate you're finished. And whenever we run the program, I'll show you all that. So oh yeah, I remember this wasn't bad. And if our guess was equal to, so basically if the user enters just the period, we say we want to break. That's the glory of the while loop. I love the while loop. It's my favorite loop by far. So I'm a little stopped up. So yeah, so if the user input is equal to just a period, we break it. Else, which means it could be equal to anything else. But it says enter a word, but you could literally enter anything, and it'll be fine. It'll still work. So yeah, else we check if the is valid word is equal to false, which is a method we wrote earlier. Invalid word, please try again. We just send the user back this error. And anything else, which is going to be this is the good one. So we say, hey, for the period, we'll break it in the program. For this one, nope, something happened, something's wrong. Do something again. But if it's anything else, that means it's good. We are good. So and we will update our hand to what the user guesses. So basically, this will right here, earn points earned. This will basically tell the user how many points they get for entering however many letters are in their word. So once again, if guess is equal to the period, like up here, we'll break it and immediately kick back to this. I'll say, okay, it is equal to the period. So we say, hey, goodbye. Here's your total score. Anything else, you run out of letters, total score, score points. So that'll let you know if you use all 7 letters. So you run out of letters. This is how many points you have. And then play game, while true loop. Once again, typecast the string, user input, tell them, hey, enter and receive new hand, R to replay, or E to end the game. If the user enters an N, we'll say, all right, let's deal this hand, let's do it. Else if user inputs an R, we're going to replay the hand. So we have a try except loop here. And then here's our except, you have not entered a hand. Another else if user input equals E to end the game, we're going to break it. The break will kick back immediately to outside of the method. And then else, anything else, if for some reason the user didn't input an N or an R or an E, it'll say it's invalid. It'll let them know, and it'll kick back the message again. It's a while true loop. Beautiful, beautiful while true loops. And this basically just runs our game. This runs our game. That is the backbone of